Good day. We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. pledged to install more Kadiwa stalls in different parts of the country. In his speech during the launching of Kadiwa ng Pasko in Barangay Addition Hills, Mandaluyong City today, Marcos said he is hoping that the grand opening of Kadiwa ng Pasko outlets would help ease the plight of Filipinos amid high inflation and soaring oil prices. He also reiterated his goal of bringing down the price of rice to around 20 pesos per kilo, but for now, he said, Filipinos may purchase more affordable rice at the Kadiwa outlets. Meanwhile, the Marcos family also led simultaneous launching of the Kadiwa ng Pasko outlets in Metro Manila. First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos graced the event in Parañaque City. Presidential son Ilocos Norte 1st District Representative Sandro Marcos in Quezon City, and Presidential son Joseph Simon Marcos in San Juan City. Other government officials who also led the launching of Kadiwa outlets are Special Assistant to the President, Secretary Antonio Lagdameo Jr. led the launching in Makati City, Presidential Management Staff Secretary Zenaida Angping in Pasay City, Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo in Valenzuela City, and Office of the Press Secretary Undersecretary Emerald Ridao in Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Marcos earlier expressed hope that the Kadiwa ng Pasko project will be a success for suppliers and consumers who are always on the lookout for fresh and affordable agri-fishery products.
Kahit na ang pinangalan namin ay Kadiwa ng Pasko, kahit po pagkatapos ng Pasko, patuloy pa rin po ito. Hindi namin ititigil ito. Kaya sana naman kahit papano ito ay makatulong sa inyo, makamura sa mga bilihin at para naman Merry Christmas naman tayo ng kaunti.
Meanwhile, United States Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to underscore her country's commitment to stand by Manila in upholding international's rules-based order in the South China Sea as she visits the country next week. A senior U.S. administration official said Harris will be meeting with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and Vice President Sara Duterte on November 21 to discuss a strengthening of security alliances and economic relationships with the country. Discussions would also include partnerships on the digital economy and accelerating the transition to clean energy. Kamala is also set to visit Palawan on November 22nd to meet with civil society leaders, residents, and representatives of the Philippine Coast Guard. Harris's itinerary includes interactions with communities to discuss climate change and illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. In our news overseas, Poland is now on heightened alert after missiles believed to have come from Russia crashed near its border. The missile landed outside a rural village, killing 2 people. The incident happened as Russian troops were holding a missile attack against Ukrainian energy facilities and cities. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russia of firing the missiles into Poland, calling it a significant escalation of the conflict. Polish President Andrzej Duda, meanwhile, said the missile crash was an isolated incident. Meanwhile, the United States and NATO, where Poland is a member, are looking into information about the incident. The Philippine ambassador to the United Arab Emirates cited the importance of the media industry in the Philippines and the UAE, this as the state-run Philippine news agency participated in the inaugural Global Media Congress this year. Ambassador Jacelyn Quintana said the media is vital in the ever-evolving relationship between the Philippines and the UAE. Quintana said since the establishment of bilateral ties 48 years ago, the cooperation between the Philippines and UAE continues to cover new areas such as knowledge and digital economy, renewable energy, and media. She says PNA's presence showed how countries need to exchange best practices to communicate better with their stakeholders. The PNA expressed its intent to reach out to overseas Filipinos in the Gulf region, as well as seek cooperation with other news agencies. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change.